of switched?
I think so.
Or was that the router that he was just talking about?
I'm not sure. I think you're good on the mic whenever you want to start.
Okay. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Millfield Mill High School here just west of Baltimore. We have an exciting MSSL matchup tonight featuring MSI and Baltimore FC. These two teams played to a very controversial tie way back in week 3 of the MSSL season. MSI goalkeeper took a red card that later got rescinded but did not help them for the time of that game. So they're looking to make good on that, and they just took a tough loss to the Touch Kings in the UPSL playoffs. Really felt like they had completely outplayed the Touch Kings, had a goal from over 60 yards go in, and then one that just chipped the keeper after they had created so many opportunities. So it should be an interesting game, a game that otherwise might have been kind of a sidelight for MSI if they were still in the UPSL playoffs, is now their point of focus, players and coaches tell us. Baltimore is looking for their chance to get to the MSSL final, represent their city in their region, so they're looking for this opportunity. Of course, they think they should have won the first game as well. So it's going to make for a pretty interesting afternoon. We have a hot day. Right now we're in the mid-90s. They say turf adds 15 degrees, so we're looking at about 106, 108 on the playing surface. We will see how that affects teams. This MSI team was only subs with them. Baltimore has about 6 that they could bring in. We'll see how much of a difference that makes as we go along. We will certainly have hydration breaks. We'll see whether the referee crew goes with 1 or 2 per half. That could make a difference, especially for MSI being a little short-handed. MSI getting in the attack down the left flank. Being patient, MSI style. Take a foul, and they're going to have a free kick from inside 40 yards. Should create for a good opportunity for them. Okay, MSI getting set. They've got 6 in the box, top of the 18, make a run in. The header comes out to Baltimore, but not one yet. MSI gets the second ball, plays it around. MSI staying in possession here. They lose it, back things around, try to get a read. Player wide open on the flank for Baltimore. He's got some space, looking to get it on his left. Trying to cut it back, puts it on his left, slides across. Oh, nice ball, just deflection by the MSI defender. Tries to slot in. They look for another switch, fantastic ball. Player was off. But nice diagonal ball, set the player free. Probably a little some room in behind them. MSI is just going to knock this around the back a little bit. Brava's on it. Plays it up into the midfield for Otakon. Osturk. Ball played through, keeper coming out. That's Fafana in goal for MSI. Folks, we'll keep you monitored on weather situations. There's thunderstorms coming. Last we saw, they were saying as that will Could change as we're here. We'll keep you monitored on that, best we can find out. Semifinal, the Super Soccer League semifinal. Oh, we have a hard. All right, so he comes back to it. We'll see if he comes a card or any type of discussion with the player. Certainly was a hard foul. So Dezaspu is up, hobbling around a little bit. Again, this MSI team only has 2 subs. He's certainly looking like he's going to try to stay in the game. So the ref looks like he's not going with a card, just a little bit of a chat. Seems to be a good discussion going on there. Player not completely in agreement, I think, with the discussion, but he accepts it. So we're going to drop ball back to MSI. We, of course, have no more contested drop. Baltimore looking to play this around the back, showing good skill and patience. Organization gets on it, finds some space out here on the outside. Sosnowski out here already, Kenyon Baldwin out here finding some space. Ball just getting through. Baltimore is already threatening. MSI keeps defending. Kind of last touch. Ball went through. Both players going for it. Ref says no call. Fofana playing it out of the back. We are hearing some rumblings in the background here already. Doesn't look like that. Ball lost out of bounds. Baldwin yields that to Bullock to take the throw. Looks like we have a nice long throw coming. Only 3 players to throw well into the box, right on the penalty spot. Was initially headed out by Chad Johnson there, formerly of the Bengals. Different Chad Johnson, just as the coach of MSI is a different Vince Carter than you may have seen win a dunk contest. Attacking, much of it will go through this right flank with Yee. He becomes a really dangerous proposition. Once he gets in on a one-on-one situation, has fantastic footwork, loves to use it and show it off. You can see now he's taking a little bit more of a defensive position. They want to keep Bullock under wrap and under terms. They already had found him wide open once. That's going to be Yee's responsibility to not allow that to happen again. Coming back, knocking it around. This MSI team is really patient, will play around, but they would much prefer to be on the front foot, to be the aggressor, to be the pursuer. And right now, Baltimore's not really giving them that opportunity. Brower playing it back. Anybody know who Baltimore's goalie is? Baltimore now taking their time, knocking it around, showing excellent patience and skill in tight quarters. Baldwin plays it back. Johnson, who's going to be a key component there in that defensive midfield, high defense center back position, kind of playing a little bit of both of it at the moment. Looks like he's in as a center back, but he's pushing up, playing into that 6, and the flag does go up for offside. No complaint for Baltimore. They just quickly regroup back, You can see both teams are playing a very conservative defensive style. They're not wanting to give up a goal early. This game means something to both of these teams. So we will have a free kick from about 33, 34 yards out. DaCosta got called for the foul. Shockingly, he did not agree, but got back to his defensive position. You can see at times Baltimore has as many as 7 guys across the back line. They are dropping in. Oh, little ball. Bravo, I think, wanted to play much more of a backspin ball. Dropped that in just up and over back line. He hit it right through the middle of the ball. It didn't bounce until it was just about going out of play. Lucas Mueller, that's in goal for Baltimore. Longwood University product. Fantastic young man. "20 minutes in. We'll see if they go with a second one. U.S. Soccer has we have to be right on the cusp of 2 per half. Thermometer was reading about 95 right before the start of this match. 2-minute breaks, and then that 2 minutes is added back on. The clock runs, but the time's added on back at the end of the half. Out of D.C. and Northern Virginia. They took an incredibly hard loss in the Summer Copa in the 93rd minute, surrendering a goal to the El Toros team. We'll watch him today, see if he's able to keep this MSI team off the board, especially in the first half, and give his squad a chance. And we're back at it. The referee checked his watch to see how long that took. Again, that will be added on. A little bit of a push from behind. Ref says not enough, so we keep playing. To collect that, it kind of headed it backwards. That was Nicholas Grant. But at least we've got the names. These players, as they're getting used to DMV Sports being on the game, and they're getting a little bit more, having fun with it. They're part of their name they don't want said. So it's a lot of fun. You can see that they're enjoying it. To the rest of you at home, we can't thank you enough for joining us. We certainly appreciate the opportunity. Simon Amato wearing number 9. Shout out to his wonderful mother, Mary Amato, child author, and the woman, the myth, the legend was the phrase. So he wanted mom. Okay, ball played through. Baltimore in a 3-on-2, plays it across. Eustace able to get a foot on it, get it out. Oh, what an opportunity for Baltimore. Had they played that just a touch more negative, meaning backwards, they had players breaking in. Instead, they chose for a flat ball across the box. Keeper Yusafa Fafana was able to get his leg on it, and now we're going back the other way. Nima's on it, number 9 on the outside, plays it back. Baltimore again going 5, 6, 7 deep defensively. They do not want to give up an early goal. They are showing great discipline, playing in the back, and then when they break, they're breaking hard with 6, 7 going forward. So a couple stay up in the attack, couple stay back, and everybody else is really hoofing it up and back. Oh, we have a ball lost. 2-on-1 situation. Makes his move in. Oh, Mueller making an excellent save. Read that really well. He had Osturk over here on the outside, had him wide open in that 2-on-1. Nima tried to attack down the flank and then was going to probably slide that across. A little bit of hard touch got away. Mueller read it fantastically, went all at it. Got his 6-1 frame all over it, opening up. That was a mistake defensively for Baltimore. As a player, you know you're going to make mistakes. You love when you get away with a big one. Gets intercepted. A little bit of bumping going on. No. Grandino playing that a little harder, a little further. More direct than he wanted. Went all the way back to Mueller. Grandino, an excellent player from Venezuela. Big factor here for this MSI squad. A little through, back to Mueller. MSI doing a nice job getting that headed out. I believe we have a push in the back. So we're going to have a couple early subs coming on. Who came in for Baltimore? What number? 4. Subs into the game. Baltimore went with 1. MSI is going to knock it around here a little bit. Getting handwritten rosters last second. But number 4, Matt, is into the game.
Brower.
That is Brower. Experts in the stands conferred for us. Good to have people in the know nearby. Ball lost on the far side by MSI. Baltimore trying to beat them one-on-one, not quite able to. Falling back to MSI. Something we're looking for. So often in these games, you see that second ball keep falling to one team. When it does, that's the team that's going to end up with more possession and getting more of a flow. Right now, it's been really even. Ball's been kind of bouncing around, and both teams have collected it. We'll see if the ball falls. Sometimes it looks like one team's wearing magnets on their cleats. They keep. I'm trying to figure out those subs for MSI. We do see that Yusuf Berry, number 11, is in. Not positive if he was. Zaspas on it. Plays it back. Probably an extra 10-15% of the possession, but nothing real dangerous. Their one opportunity. And then Baltimore's attacked a couple times. Made a nice attack down the right flank. Slotted it across just a little too close to Fofana, who was able to slide and get his legs on it. So that ball's out. That's going to be a throw in for MSI. Going to be way down, about 20 yards from goal. Player contested right away. Throw back to MSI. Ball slides all the way back to Mueller. Collects it, tries to slow things down a little bit. Baltimore sliding it across. Slips away a little bit. No problem. Right to their man. Knocked out by MSI. And we do see another sub coming in for Baltimore. That's Joey Brower coming into the game. Ball slotted. Looks like Brower's on it. Not able to collect up with it. Are they brothers? MSI switching players in and out here. Again, it's a hot afternoon. This turf is going to really take players. He plays a little bit of a contest there. Ref says a little extra tug. Dropping 25 yards into his defensive position. You can really almost hear words coming from the coach in the game that we will get back quickly, we will get back in numbers. Baltimore really doing that. Play through, we're going to see if the flag stays down. It does. MSI in the attack, a little bit of a tug, not enough. Ball goes out for the afternoon. And break through there. Jermaine DaCosta did an excellent job not allowing, got a little tug on the arm, but this is where the battles are going to go on. We already see some jockeying and some pushing around. Mueller does an excellent job. Obrahim takes a mighty whack at it from about 25 yards out, going all the way back to our fence here, about 40 yards behind the goal. So about 30 minutes in, folks, plus stoppage time. And again, we would expect at least 2 for the water break. Day like today, a ref's not going to want to add a single second more than he needs to. Frankly, players aren't going to want much more added, except for the losing team late. Nice little touch by Mueller up over the top. A little bit of miscommunication there on the outside. Jade Oliver, MSI making the most of their subs here. Get another one into the game. Jordan Nima heading out. Throw. Jasper Zaspasu knocking that out. Into the game for MSI, number 10. And we are going with our second water break. Play won't be halted immediately for the most normal of stoppages. W, who just did the MSL game before this, as the center is now on the Keith here is AR2 on the near side. So 30 minutes in, really dead even contest at the moment. Both keepers making one nice play, but neither was an actual shot on goal. So we don't truly have Mueller's was a nice grab before gentleman could get the cross across. Mueller had a punch on another cross that would have led to danger. So we've had a little bit of activity, but no true shots on goal, and definitely even. Brower not in agreement, but the throw goes to MSI. Both teams very content. Manor Abra in at center back now for MSI. That one goes out. Baltimore with the throw here. Coaches always say that the worst time to surrender a goal is in the first or last minute mark. Coaches are going to really want the teams to defend even more. But boy, if you're an attacker, you want to get one here before halftime. Send your team into the halftime break with some momentum. You know the other team's going to be hot and tired. Joey Brower took a pretty good shot. So it's going to be about 40 yards out from goal.
Just let me know. Just say something.
Typically we see a team going with 4 or 5 defenders on the far post. Here Baltimore has placed 3 players directly in front of them at the top of the 18, and a few players now on the far post. So he's got autos to chip straight down the middle by MSI. Simon Amato goes out for a throw, goes out for a goal kick. MSI looking to switch sides to get out of pressure here. Amato imploring Grandino to could not get around big defender there. Excellent job by DeCon. Baldwin resetting it back to Mueller. Mueller goes up the middle. Ball strongly. Took some contact from behind. The ref called it. One-on-one situation. Beats him to the byline. Gets the ball across. Fine. 2 talented players. Yeah, able to pull a little bit of a sideways volley and get that out. It does go back to Baltimore. Now it's kind of a 1-on-3. Has Allstark. Would have been clearly one-on-one had he been able to take that touch forward. Maintains possession, slides it back across. Seeing him yet. Baltimore certainly sees him and will adjust, but he has a little bit of room at the moment. Moran, nice little shoulder fake and put. There's the ball up over the top to Barry. Oh, it gets over his defender. Barry gets a foot on it, and we kind of a tough balance. Ball just hung up and floated over the defender's head. I think he thought he had it. It bounced. Barry was able to stay balanced and under control. Mueller was really caught in between coming in. And as he stepped up, Barry was able to get a foot on it and just slot that. How much? So about 7 minutes to go. Again, been a very even game. We don't by any stretch think that we've mentioned that they've really been defending. So we have a jump in. That's going to be a yellow card here. Jade Oliver taking it into the player. Referees and players don't appreciate when they can see cleats. Often that's what a referee is, even without a whistle, certainly without a card, but since he was in the air coming down on the smaller player. So free kick from about 35 out. MSI imploring just about everybody far post. He bends one, but no need to call the offside. It's really the same as a goal kick coming out. Does look like he's playing a long ball. Got about 6-7 Baltimore players. Between Amato fighting for it. On the ground is allowed, as long as it's not a dangerous play. But Baltimore showing some good presence, some good power. There's going to be, does alleviate the pressure momentarily. And back to E. Baltimore regaining possession, playing through. Moran with it in Osturk. Oh, slides it through, finds Obrahim going through. Mueller right there. Nice little tic-tac-toe passing for MSI to get through. Mueller saw it and read it. So could just kind of get a toe poke going forward. Mueller sitting there reading that. Had he been able to get that to a corner. Baltimore stepping in, winning possession. Trying to put some high pressure. Brower kind of by himself in that, but pushing. Yee recycles. Back to Fofana. Back to Yee. MSI's not going to be any hurry here with just a few minutes. Hot and tired for sure. MSI not wanting to have any mistakes.
He just needed a break. Get him a water. Dance.
Keeper will receive the drop back from the referee. Out here to Yee. We have just a minute or so remaining according to our time. We've not seen anything official from our. We do have about 4 minutes of water breaks that need to be added. Fofana trying to knock it around. Not showing great urgency. They're certainly in possession. They're going to try to hold up for one final break. Ball across. Baltimore playing this out. Slides it back into the middle. It's going to look to go down the right flank. Find their man. Oh, instead he goes with the cross. Just touched it a little bit behind Brower, who we did have a double doink on the field goal post on that. That Michael Cole would probably want that one back. He had a one-on-one situation with Fofana. Didn't have any defenders close by. Had a chance to take a couple steps and either replacement. Instead, very unselfishly slotted it across, but did find a player in an offside position. He forces the turnover from Fofana. Be the first goal kick, first corner kick of the day for Baltimore. Have to believe that the ref is probably just holding time for this corner kick to come in as soon as the ball goes there. Last and fantastic opportunity here to tie this right before half. Big in slide it in. MSI jumping. Looking for the long ball here. Nice piece of skill. Getting it through. Unfortunately, they do lose it. Players. Ball just going out. Just trying to save that there for Baltimore. Got it just as it had fully crossed the line. MSI with another sub coming in. Throw coming back to Moran. That's Justin Finchora that's on the ball that just came into the game. MSI swings it all the way over to Amato. Pressured by Brower. Good one-on-one battle going on. We're going to keep an eye on that. The winner of that battle for the afternoon could determine who walks away heading to the final. If Amato's able to stop Brower, he busts through. Here's his brother, Matt Brower, gets it, slides it across. Nice. Side. The ref doesn't see either. MSI into a 3-on-2. A little bit of a hard touch. Barry. Big 36, Dan Greiner here on the outside. Brought his fan club with him today. Ventura getting a foot on it. Back to Greiner. Slots it across. Baltimore's letting them get back even into the fence, trying to keep it open. Make it for kind of instant offense. That one did go out. Baltimore with a throw. There's a whole lot left. And there it is, folks. Ref gave them a little extra time, more than we expected. Fantastic first half here at Milford Mill High School. MSI getting the goal with about 15 minutes to go in the first half. Slotted a couple. A little bit of a unfortunate bounce for Baltimore. Mueller came out, kind of got him far post. And we have 1-0 at the break. Folks, we will be back with you in about 10 minutes. tablets in my car. The little ones, referees, you have to use them. All right, folks, we are back with you. 45 to go here for a chance to play in the MSSL, MSS, 2 S's, 1 L final. Maryland Super Soccer League. Both these teams looking for an opportunity. Again, this MSI team played in the UPSL, thought they were going to make a long run, took a tough loss, a game they felt like they were the better squad. So they're putting all their eggs in this basket, a lot of focus. Baltimore looking to get back in this, plays it across, gets the shot off. Just hitting that a little high, a little wide. Jason Cyrus got his laces on that. He'd probably like that one back or another chance at that. Was some pressure coming, did a good job to hit it securely. MSI trying to go long ball over the top. It is what worked for the goal. Side done an excellent job defending. Nice touch. Again, kind of a flying volley coming out. Baltimore in the attack, has a man well read by Fafana. Elijah Bullock had busted through about 25 yards from goal. Wasn't going to have anybody in front of him, was in full stride. Fafana doesn't come well off his line and out of his area. He is going to win that, not able to for Bullock. But I think that's a sign of what we're looking at. Baltimore's been looking for those diagonal balls into play, hitting their flanks. Sometimes they play off the flank and in. Sometimes they play up the middle and then try to catch the flanks breaking in. Nice big confrontation in the back. Player went down. Looks like everybody's good. Playing it across. Slots it through. Amato reads it, but a little hard. Cyrus gets on the end of it. Busts through. Oh, not able to maintain it. Excellent athleticism there, jumping through. Try to get it on his laces and get it knocked to the ground so it would kind of die in front of him. Instead, caught it behind it and under it a little bit and sent it forward out of play. Bravo slides this across to Yee. Again, we're used to seeing Yee in a much more attacking formation. He is really staying back, helping defend. You can see on the camera MSI has about 6 players deep defensively. Do want to give a shout out to one of the club directors, Wendy and AJ there at MSI. Fantastic folks to work with. Wendy is normally here with rosters and cheering on her team. Probably watching this. Wish you all the best. Baltimore looking to play through. Find a little bit of a slot. Amato. Back to Amato's going to knock it back very patiently. Barry is our goal scorer. Now you see him coming much, much deeper. Again, if there was any question whether this game meant anything to either of these teams, I think that's really been answered. Yee taken down. Top cut. Plays to the outside. Those flanks, they've found men out there wide open all day. Slide it across. Flag stays down. One-on-one defending. Slides it back across. Oh, Cyrus with a fantastic ball across. Headed up by Amato, but one back in the middle by Baltimore. Okay, 2 players went for it. The ref said they were both going for it. Now MSSI in one of their few odd men challenges. They've got a 3-on-2 and a 4-on-2. And the ball banged all the way across. Mueller reads that well, gets it, gets a nice throw quickly, and just like that, into the attack. Amato stopping the threat there. Desmoreau was trying to kind of bust through. Ball thrown up over the top. Ozturk wanted the foul, got it. MSI sliding it across, trying to get their flank play into action, as normally strong suit of theirs as well. Oh, slides across, finds his man wide open. Just a little bit of a heavy touch. You could see that coming. Desmoreau was able to get open. MSI defender Bravo just going with a little bit too much of a jump guess on that. Took a chance, did not get the ball. Devereaux was wide open behind him, but just a little bit of a tough touch there. We talked about early on that MSI had the bulk of possession, but in this half they barely have had it on their offensive side. So just in the offensive side now, dribbled out. The foul was called. The Costa there, just taking player down. Oberheim gets it to Barry. Barry contently brings it negatively, slides it across. Playing back to Moran. Moran finds his man. Through, has it, is able to save it, but not keep it himself in play. Gives it back. Now we have a giveaway. MSI back in the attack. Goes for a shot, comes across. Nice tough one-on-one defending here on the outside. Stays on it, looks for a shot, hits it low and hard.
Put him in a body bag, Lucas.
Mueller making an excellent save. Fantastic play there by Nima. Got around 3 Baltimore defenders. Was able to get a great shot, banged hard, low, far post. Mueller had to stay and keep, especially high near post guarded until the last moment, and then was able to go down hard to his lower left. Most keepers have a side that they go better to left or right. Mueller getting well quickly down, extending his frame on that left side. If Baltimore ties this game up and either wins it or it goes to overtime, that save's going to be one we're going to remember. Okay, ball played over top. Mueller comes out and wins it. Hits it out of play to the second base of the baseball field. Not taking any chances on that. Jasper Zaspuso was the one making the break, was played over the top. AR1 immediately signaled that he was on. You could see Mueller kind of find the AR, see that the call. That ball did bounce up for a handball. With the new ruling from U.S. Soccer, if that had come off his foot directly to his hand, it would not have been called. But since it came off his foot to the ground up to his hand, that is a handball. If the hand is bigger than making the body bigger. Mueller showing his left foot here, getting one over in the offensive side. Little bit of a softer touch than MSI would have wanted, but they'll take it. They got it back to Fafana, who's really showed himself well back there. Very vocal, big part of play, showing good with his feet as well. 2 strong keepers today. Both have really showed well for their team so far, and why we have just a 1-0 game. Ball played down the wing. DaCosta did an excellent job, won the ball initially, shielded off a couple of challenging defenders, gave a pass, took the give and go down. When Oberheim came across, he banged the cross in off Oberheim's chest and out of play for a corner kick. Baltimore not quite selling out just yet. Only about 6-7 players into the attack, sending 1 or 2 more Do have one kind of lurking about 25 yards out. That if this comes out, oh, it slides through. Baltimore able to get ahead. There's the player that we talked about. Gets it. And where we thought offside might be called, we do have a goal. AR on this side signaling right away that there was a defender. Playing back. We're going to get a look at that replay. We're not sure if it's going to show us.
I showed once.
Unfortunately, not able to get it. But reminder, folks, you can always go back on your stream and roll that back. Take a look. What a close play. The ball bounced around in the box. Going right to a Baltimore player standing there. Wide open, able to slot that home. And just like that, we are 1-1. Here's our goal scorer back on the ball. Get it. That's Raj. Jordan Wicks, Raj. Definitely contested. Would have had about 3 MSI defenders to beat before getting to Fafana. So, folks, we're in the 57th minute, just 12 minutes in, and we have a tie game. We do need a winner, so we will see penalty kicks for sure. Potentially some overtime. If this game is tied at the end. Both teams are hoping to win this in regulation. Played back to go to Fafana. A little bit of a tough ball. Handles it well, but gets under it more than he wants. Flicks it up.
Oh my God!
A little bit of a tough no call there. It was a great fight. So Cyrus there being contested with Acosta in the box. Cyrus certainly thought that he had gotten pulled down. Here's a shot. Oh, just going wide. Now we're getting some situations. We had a high swing of a boot. Cyrus went down. Referee saying that there was no contact made. Cyrus certainly arguing. Referee explaining he did not see contact made.
How much they pay you?
Stevie Wonder saw that.
Mueller even getting into the argument here, discussing it.
Lucas! I got glasses here if you need them, bud.
But they called them every single time. Yep. You don't like the green guy. Really bad call.
So the referee does have 3 options on that. If there is contact, he could certainly go to a card, either color. If there's no contact and he just believes the boot was high,
Nice kick, Lucas.
or he can go with a no call, or he can go with a card for Cyrus if he feels that there was embellishment on that.
Look at that. Nice makeup call.
10 out of 10 on that one.
So Baltimore taking the short free kick, knocking it around, but Barry's got the middle guarded, so they're having to go all the way back to Mueller. Looking out to this side. Sosnowski gets it. was deflected. Bang through. MSI gets on it. Nicely defended there by Johnson. Baltimore back in. A little bit of 50-50 ball loose at the moment. Baltimore getting it through. Tries to slot it through. Motto, who's played an excellent job on this left defensive flank, does lose it. Going through in the attack. Sosowski on it, trying to slide it through. Nicholas Grandino on it. Sends it up. Won by Baltimore, but recollected by Barry. Back to Baltimore. Elijah Bullock doing a good bit of line share of work there in the midfield. Ball was ripped up over the top. Fans here won 3 points for the field goal. VAR says no, so we will stay 1-1. All right, MSI back in the attack. Finds the flank. Gets it out. Looks for Barry in the middle. The goal scorer gets another one. He slides it home, but no. So we have a foul call, not an offside. The ref did call the initial foul, I believe, on Barry. So this will be a direct kick coming out. Baltimore defender is down. Barry did seem to be in an onside position, but AR1 on the far side immediately went with the flag, shook it, and pointed. If that is an offside call, that flag will just go straight up and not move. Mueller looks like he's looking short this time. We have seen him bang it about 60 yards in the air, well into the offensive side. It's not a goal kick, so he can get it there outside of his box. Does under it a little bit, right to midfield, right on the head of Desmoreau. Went out. Sun's coming out here at Milford Mill. We did take a few drops, but not much. Hearing any more rumblings. We're really hoping to get through this. Nice piece of defending. Foul will be called. Ref will bring it back. Baltimore had won it, so he allowed the advantage. Baltimore forward had gone down.
Use your subs, Baltimore!
What number was that? They got hurt going out. Can you see? Big guy.
Looks like it might be 11. Maybe.
So that was Jade Oliver that took the knock there in the back. Great piece of defending for Baltimore. Winning it, took the knock, got the foul. Mueller plays it back to Oliver, slides it up. Cyrus looking for a ball through. Finds Desborough, him and Amato fighting for it. We mentioned the challenges out here on Amato one-on-one. We're going to be a big part of this game. Grandino and Amato not quite able to keep possession of that and get it out. It does go out for Baltimore corner. They go quick. Going to look to bend this in. Oh, nice low shifty ball to Desborough, who slides it across just a step or two behind. Oh, his forward had made his midfielder had made a run, but just made it a little deep. Johnson there, almost fantastic connection with Desborough. Had he hung back just a couple yards, that might have been the go-ahead goal. So we stay tied. Ball banged up. A little bit of a battle on the outside. Oliver doing an excellent job to win that on the outside. Plays about a 40-yard ball back to Mueller. Slides it out here to Sosnowski. Plays it back over. Oliver down the line, but that ball did go out. So folks, we're in the 65th minute here. We have a 1-1 tie. We will have to have a winner in today's game. Winner advances to the MSSL final. MSI trying to get more in the attack. First 15 minutes or so of the half, they were playing more defensive, allowing Baltimore to come to them. Kind of backfired as Baltimore scored. So MSI now getting more into the attack. Yeats slides it through. Heavy touch there by Nima. Going all the way back to Mueller. Tries to get in the attack, getting it up to Bullock, who had an extra hat on him in a yellow jersey. We are going to get a yellow card on that. That yellow card will be for what is referred to as SPA, S-P-A, stopping a promising attack. If that same foul happens in the middle of the field, it's not a foul. But since they are back with the last defenders, if there was no defenders behind them whatsoever, then it would have to be a red card in what is referred to as DOGSO, D-O-G-S-U, denying an obvious goal-scoring opportunity. What used to be referred to as a tactical foul is now a SPA, but only has to be given in the back third. So if a player intentionally commits a foul in their own third, the ref doesn't need to give a card as we did just 4 or 5 years ago. Baltimore looking to chip this in. Does not get over that first line, which is always your intent. Slides it across. We have a man on. We have a one-on-one situation. The goal scorer, Barry, busting through. Mueller slides out, gets his left foot on it, and makes the save. Excellent piece of defending there. We're getting some confused Star Wars references up here in the stands. We love the excitement. Either way, Lucas, whether that was your father or not, that's a fantastic save from Mueller, who has served his team well today. Mueller, not particularly big, only stands about 6'1", 6'2", slight of frame, is not going to be the giant keeper flying around necessarily, but he comes off his line, reads the game so well, really proving that today. He's had to do a little bit more than Fofana down the other end, who's made a couple nice stabs and saves as well. But Mueller has kept his team in this game so far. Typical goalkeeper style. He is going and trying to work the referee a little bit more so. An interesting stat that referees that come from former players, about 50% of those are goalies, because a goalie and a referee has to see and read the game in a very similar fashion. So even young players that tend to go into the refereeing profession, or even just for extra money on the side, it is far more goalkeepers than any other position. About half of all young referees are goalkeepers. And they also tend to be the ones that argue with the referee the most, since they're seeing what's going on and reading it and feel like they've got a pretty good idea. And of course, goalkeepers need to be strong and vocal leaders out there. So oftentimes kind of yelling to defend their teammates to the men in green or blue or yellow, whatever the case may be. Today they are in green. So folks, we've got a fantastic game. We are 1-1. We are just through our third water break of the game, first of this half. The ball slided across. Brower got a head on it, won it. Got it through. It's being bounced around, fought for, contested in the box. One back out. Baltimore looking to get it. This in-swinger in. Oh, it bounces off the MSA player. Right to Cyrus. Plays it back. Going through. Brower gets it. Tries to chip it back to Cyrus. Didn't quite get as much on that as he wanted. MSI still not out of the kitchen. Does bang it, but it is won by Baltimore. Immediately off the MSI defender. Back, slides it back out here to DaCosta, who will slide it back, and they're way back to Mueller. Again, folks, today you're really seeing how the game has evolved over the years. These goalkeepers have been involved in play, often taking 40, 50-yard passes. Just not something that years gone by, the goalkeeper was just a stop blocker, was not really a soccer player. Coach trying to show his skills over there for Baltimore. Nice little bit of a jumping volley. Probably didn't get the possession of it he wanted. MSI with the quick short throw. Nice turn, gets it back. A little bit of tic-tac-toe passing. The ref says nope, get up. Busting through. Oh, just a great last second ditch stab by the Baltimore defender. Is able to get it. Plays it out here to Griner. Knocks it back. Brower in hot pursuit. Yee showing a nice bit of skill. Showing off a little bit of a no-look pass. We have a hard tackle. Needs to be careful. That's one that will get him a second yellow. DaCosta did not agree. Came through. Did get the ball first. Took the player with him, which is deemed a foul by U.S. Soccer and FIFA. The ball and take the player too, not acceptable. Someone's going to want to kind of keep DaCosta calm there. This is not a game you want to go down on a hot day. 11 on 10 at the moment. MSI looking, they've got a short option. Out here, they bang it long, bending ball, but way up and over. Attacking MSA players to get on it at all. So folks, we have about 17 minutes to go. We're approaching the 74th minute. MSI going with another. We are still at a 1-1 score line. Mueller looking for a long ball. Bangs. Nice touch over the top. Finds his brother. Looking out for Griner on the outside. Griner in a one-on-one situation. Nice touch. Amato gets it across. Takes Amato out in the process. Ball played out. Baltimore back in the attack. In. Finds Brower down on the outside. Finds Cyrus looking to bend that in left-footed. Pulls it back. Looked like they might have had a break, but they didn't see it, so they pulled it back. They're making his run. Oh, a little bit of miscommunication. Not quite the ball I think Cyrus was hoping to play. He, again, normally on an attacking flank, playing in defender position today. Ball coming through. Oh! Folks, here's the replay. You see that. Put it on his left foot. Banged it far. And giving Fofana no chance. Hey, does anybody know who that was? Text somebody. They didn't give me a 39.
39.
Player that. 39 on our initial roster. If we can come up with a name here, we will let you know. Fantastic ball, kind of bouncing around out of nowhere. Took a huge left-footed strike. Bent it in far post. All right, folks, we've got about 15 minutes remaining in the match. We're expecting another water break here shortly. And we now have Baltimore with a 2-1 lead. It is their first moment of the match with the lead. They went down 1-0, about 15 minutes to go in the first half. Tied it about 13, 14 minutes into the second. And then just took the lead on a fantastic single touch strike, curling it back post. So many young players would take that on the right foot, which gives the keeper a much better angle, hitting it across the keeper. He went left foot, curled it in, away from the keeper the entire time, into the side netting, about 3/4 of the way up the post. Fantastic strike. It's one of the reasons we love this level of play. At any moment you could see something just well above the typical high school youth level. Excellent play. All right, Baltimore's going to look to really maintain possession. They've got it on the outer flank. Got a couple players making a run. It's about 2-on-5. One of the MSI defenders gets it. Yee wins the second ball. Gets it up. Ozturk wins it. Is then knocked out by Baltimore. Yee looking for somebody to throw it to. Well read by Baltimore. He slid back and instead of letting it go over his head. A little bit of a jump in foul there. On Brower. Ball coming out to MSI. They're going to keep possession, slide this across. Probably going to look for Amato out here in the flank. They do. Amato's got some room. He's got some options. Head up, which means defenders need to be trailing back. He's now closed in. Gets it. Obrahim gets it across. We have a slide and a shot. Oh! Boy, from here, folks, looked like we had goal number 4. Nice slot across, left-footed shot. From here, it looked like it had just gotten in the far post on the ground, slid just past, and we will remain 2-1 in favor of Baltimore. Mueller banging this one long. Yee winning it. MSI winning the second, but Baltimore winning the third, slides it down. Yee back on it, deflected off. Nice little bit of skill there. Got it to Ozturk. Slides it out to Amato. Amato's got a little bit of space. Oh, tries to slide it in. It slid off the top of his foot. Baltimore intercepting that. Showing great composure from this Baltimore team. Matt Burns gets it. It is one back. MSI has it on the outside. We have the shot. Oh, and that's one that he would absolutely like back. That one went high and wide on the outside. MSI arguing that there was a foul before that. A little bit of discussion among players. Some hand signals we won't translate for the kids. That was Barry with both of those shots almost tying this game up. That second one, he would like another shot at that. He had Mueller beat high far post if he could have tucked it in. Just went a little too far outside. Burns going out for a sub. Mueller here with another booming goal kick inside the 40-yard line on the offensive side. Brower gets it, slides it back. Here's our go-ahead goal scorer. Gets it here on the outside. Finds Shine. Shine's going to be patient, knocking it back. Finds DaCosta, going all the way back to Mueller. They are going to be in absolutely no hurry Nothing will make them happier than exhausting these MSI forwards more, making them chase. Ball up over the top. A little bit more direct than he wanted. Maybe a run onto it. Fofana reading it nicely. Plays it short. Slotting it down the wing. Baltimore to have gone out. It did not. Oh, and we're going to have a foul just outside the box. Little bit of a late challenge there. Player taking a yellow card. Again, if we can get a name for you folks, we will. Looking to tie this up. They've got 7 of their 11 players just outside the top of the area. Looks like he's going to strike a right-footed outswinger. Players are gathered mostly right around the penalty spot. We look to see if he mixes up. Goes with the right foot, goes with a slap save. Reading it last minute, able to get a hand and knock it out for a corner kick. Okay, so we have a corner kick. MSI going a little heavier. Now 8 players in and around the box. Does not get up over the first defender. Gets headed out. Strong header there by all. We have a throw. Amato coming short. We think that this is coming long. Obrahim going to really chuck this. Throws up at front, spins it. Gets it just inside the front post. Initially headed out by Baltimore. Amato heads it back in. Nice one headed out by Baltimore. MSI trying to shield it, wins it. Plays it back to Fofana. Only 3 Baltimore players on this side. No one from MSI, but MSI is able to contain it. Now they've got some numbers going forward. Yee plays the ball across. Oh, fantastic. Diving header to get that out. Well won. That was Yee with a fantastic ball. DaCosta showing that he is going to give it all for his team for this game. He was backtracking. Those curling balls in behind defenders when defenders are going towards their own goal are one of the toughest balls to defend. They teach forwards, play that early ball. Yee did. DaCosta showing that he was up for the challenge. So Yee now on this corner, goes with a floater right about 5 yards out. DaCosta heads it in. Second ball looking for it. Barry got up there, got on it, wasn't able to do much.
You're the real MVP, Lucas!
Mueller collects it, taking his time. Again, there's that law change coming in the fall, where right now keepers get 6 seconds to get rid of the ball, but it would be an indirect free kick from the top of the area. Refs almost never call that. As of the fall, they will get 8 seconds, but it will go to a corner kick. We believe that's going to be called more.
Cross!
Roush on it. Slides this across to Shine. Shine looking to bend it in. Far post. Puts it right on his man. Right to Raj, and then one of the midfielders had cut in, got a head on it. Griner gets back, gets a touch. His teammate wins it all the way back to Mueller. Folks, we've just reached the 42nd minute. We've had the 1 water break, have not gone with a second one. These 2 minutes will be added on, but we have had 2 goals. Slides through Amato. Very contently able to slide that back to Fofana. Amato shown. Amato back on it. Starting to see some heavy legs. A lot of these guys have gone the full 80. Side looking to slowly build into the attack. Build it with numbers. Baltimore's 4 back on the back line. We see 4 in the midfield line. Yee sliding through. Gets it up to Obrahim. Gets it out here to Ozturk. Almost loses it out of play. Keeps it in, slides it back to Amato. Amato looking in the middle. Nima gets it, tries to slide it through for Obrahim, and it just slides out of play. Baltimore going with some fresh legs here. We'll look to see who it is and where they're going to put them. You would think the obvious switch would be to bring in a defensive midfielder or a fresh leg defender. Sometimes teams will bring in a fresh leg forward to kind of chase and keep the ball down the other end. So that is 19 that's into the game for Baltimore. Not given a name. We'll see if we can find that for you. Head comes through. Amato winning the second ball for MSI. Obrahim gets it, slides it out. Coming back to Amato. Looking to reset. A little bit of a switch here. Going out to the right flank. There it goes. Has a player down. With all 11 players behind the ball at this point. They've defended very well, very disciplined. Barry looking to make something happen. He is the goal scorer for MSI so far today. Daspo gets it in, finds his man far post. We have a flick and a one-touch shot.
Yeah!
Oh, what a fantastic play. Tic-tac-toe passing. Nima took it out of the air. Unfortunately, drove it right at Mueller, who was prepared for it, stood his ground, got the two palms, was able to get it with the balls of his hands and deflect it out. Foul there on MSI coming out. Looks like our referee might be going to another caution. Yep. He's bringing it back. So that is the second caution to Grandino, which will result in a red. So that is an ejection for Grandino. So MSI will now be chasing the game down a man the rest of the way. The ref did make to go yellow first and then red. Doesn't really matter as far as in the record keeping later it does. Ball up over the top, well shielded there. Fantastic defensive play. They did a great job finding Gage. Bullock did a line share of the work there to make it happen. Almost came away with the assist on one. 2-1 Baltimore. In the 90th minute, folks, we believe at least 2 or 3 will be added, if not more. Played over the top. Feels that he needs to lay on top of it, as every keeper would. Doesn't wait too long, does spin it out, which MSI can play. Draws in a defender and then bangs it. Amato winning the header. You see the heavy legs now, folks. The field looks like it's just kind of like doubled in size. Excellent tackle there. Baltimore trying to spin it. You see players really having a hard time. Barry going through. Oh, piece of defending. Certainly got the ball. Going to say that he got with the trail leg. And there we go. We have the same thing. We have the second yellow and the red. Almost a duplicate situation. All right, folks, we're in the 92nd minute. MSI down a goal. You see them with 9 players, or 8 players since they're down to 10. Baltimore goal and his remaining 9 players around. MSI sending everybody in, not a single player, including the goalkeeper on the defensive half. Goalkeeper standing about 25 yards from goal. Lone defender about 10 yards behind him. MSI is going to look to win this. The second ball slides it in. Oh, folks, from our angle, it looked like that went in past Mueller and into the goal for the tying goal. It was not. It hit the side netting, and then immediately the whistle ended, and then we heard a clap from heaven that the game was over. So, folks, that will end it. Baltimore will advance to the MSSL final with a 2-1 victory over MSI today at Milford Mill. Thank you so much for joining us, folks. Hope you were able to stay for the duration. It was a fantastic game. Well played. We saw an absolute cracker of Baltimore. Folks, this has been Matthew Thomas. Thank you for joining us. Thank you to my cameraman who did an awesome job with us for the afternoon. In the DMV area, like and subscribe and stay with us here on DMV Sports Media. Folks, have a great afternoon. Stay safe.